The Olight Marauder 2 features 14,000 lumens on the flood setting and an 800 meter beam distance coming out of the center LED. Considering that both of those performances are in the same flashlight, this is a monumental product for the entire industry and an absolute amazing installment in the Olight lineup. So today in this video, we're going to be talking about all of the amazing features and the performance of this awesome flashlight.
But before we get into all of the Marauder 2 details, we're going to give away an awesome Olight swag pack. Now that little pack is going to include a patch, a small notebook, a fridge magnet, an Olight coaster, and the 2021 Olight calendar. So all you guys need to do to enter to win that is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and in the comments below, let us know what you prefer, whether it's a flood or a throw from your flashlights.
Now with that said, let's get into all of the details of this amazing Marauder 2 and show you guys why this has to be in your collection. Now, as we mentioned, the Marauder 2 features not only flood, but throw, and you can flip between the two with this little toggle switch on the body of the light. Now, that throw setting is going to be 800 meters, which is absolutely incredible, and the flood setting is 14,000 lumens. Again, top of the scale performance for both of those metrics. The flood settings candela is 50,600. So you're even still getting high beam intensity at distance with that flood because 14,000 lumens, it's just going to be bright everywhere. But at the throw setting, you have a candela of 160,000, which is incredible. So the beam intensity at long distance is going to be huge. Now we are here on the throw setting for the Marauder 2, and you can see just how tight of a beam it is, but you can see how clear it is where the actual beam itself is located. So it is very clear. The square beam does give you a very large viewing area considering how tight the beam is and the way that it's designed. Obviously you're not going to get flood on the throw setting because there's also the 14,000 lumen flood setting. So we kept the throw setting pretty much as tight as we possibly could, but that square beam is still giving you a very large viewing area. And it might be hard to tell, but this tree that's probably at least 100 yards in front of us, you can actually pretty much see the entire tree with this large square beam. So in terms of viewing angle, considering that the beam is so tight, you are able to actually see a lot. Now, just for perspective, I'm going to flip over to the flood and just look how insane that is, guys. Look at this entire parking lot that we're at, and then I'm just going to flip back over to the throw, back to flood, back to throw, and I just think that's so cool that you can just flip back and forth like that just from the toggle of a switch. So really nice dual purpose right here, and you're getting absolutely incredible performance from both the flood and the throw.
Now the Marauder 2 does have some other fantastic features as well. For example, it does have strobe mode, which is actually at the 14,000 lumen setting. Another great feature is something that we've actually never done before. Now it has a rotary dial which you either turn clockwise or counterclockwise to cycle through all of your lumen settings. Now it is also charged by USB-C. Now the cover on the port actually mimics a turbine, which all you do is twist to open and close, which keeps it dust and waterproof no matter where you are.
Now, since this light is so powerful, it needs to have a big battery to power that. So it actually has three 21700 batteries inside the body of the light, and that actually can be charged in 2.5 hours with that USB-C port. So even though it has a massive battery pack and huge performance, charging in 2.5 hours is super quick.
Now with all of that said, let's go over the lumen settings and the run times for both the flood and throw. Now let's go over all of the lumen levels and their run times for the flood setting. But before we can do that, we have to unlock the flashlight. So with this new rotary dial, what you're going to do is give the dial a quick spin and a click, and you'll see the lights come on and the flashlight turn on, which means it's now unlocked. Now from here on the left side, you have a little sun looking image, which is your lumen level indicator. And on the right hand side, you have a little battery indicator. So as you cycle through, you're going to see the blue lines come up with the levels that you go through. Now once the flashlight is unlocked, on the left hand side, you're going to see one dash. That's going to be 200 lumens, which will run for 40 hours. Now if we ramp that up, you're going to see 2, which is going to be 400 lumens at 22 hours. And up from there, we're going to have 800 lumens at 13 hours for the runtime. And even more up from there, 1600 lumens for 7.5 hours, which is still super impressive. And again, up from there, we're going to have 3200 lumens for an hour and a half. And then one more, we're going to have 6400 lumens for 13 minutes. And that 14,000 lumen setting is going to run for 5 minutes.
And to give you an idea of what each one of those flood settings looks like, at least indoors, we're going to go ahead and ramp through the various lumen levels to at least show you just how absolutely amazing the brightness is of this Marauder 2. So right now she is on the 200 lumen setting, and next up from there is going to be the 400 lumen setting right there. Next up is the 800 lumen setting. After that is the 1600 lumen setting. After that is 3200 lumens. Next up is 6400 lumens. And then after that is the turbo, the 14,000 lumens, which is right there. And that is lighting up this entire pitch black studio that we're in right now. So going from 200 lumens to 14,000 lumens, your needs are going to be met depending on what you're doing with the flashlight.
Now, like we mentioned earlier, you can use the Marauder 2 to charge your phone. It can be used as a power bank, which is an awesome feature to have, especially when you're on the go. So in order to do that, all you're going to do is twist this bottom turbine cap here. You're going to see the USB-C port. Take your USB-C plug, put that in there. Now here you're going to see a flashing green light, which means that there is a discharge happening with the light. Now all you're going to do is plug in your phone, and there we go. It's automatically charging. This will continue to blink while that power source is plugged in, and just let it go.
Now let's talk about the various throw lumen levels, the run times of each level, and the actual beam distance of each level. Now in order to go over to the throw from flood, again we're just going to unlock the light by ramping this up, pressing it on, and you can see there we're still on the flood setting. So now I'm going to actually flip this little lever up, and you can see there now we're on the throw. And you can literally just flip back between flood and throw just like that while the light is still on, and I absolutely love that, and we will show that to you outside. But now that we're on the throw, we're going to go through the various settings. The way that it works is there is a 50 lumen setting, which is what we're on right now, and that'll be a 59-hour runtime straight, and that will give you a 200-meter beam distance. Up next, we're going to just rotate this up to where there's 2 little notches on the left, and that will take us to 100 lumens, and that's a 31-hour straight runtime, and that'll give you a 300-meter beam distance. We're going to ramp up again to 3 notches there on the left, and that is a 200 lumen beam, 19-hour runtime, and a 400 meter beam distance. Let's go ahead and ramp up again to 4 notches there, and that will take us to 300 lumens. That is an 11-hour and 40-minute runtime and a 500 meter beam distance. Let's go ahead and ramp up again. Now we have 5, and that is a 500 lumen setting. That'll run for 6 hours, and that is a 600 meter beam distance. Let's go ahead and ramp up again here, guys, and that'll take us to 6, and that'll give us a 650 lumen beam with a 1 hour and 55-minute runtime and a 700 meter beam distance. And now we'll just ramp all the way up, and that is an 850 lumen beam that will run for 20 minutes straight, and that is an 800 meter beam distance. So absolutely fantastic, and we'll just flip back and forth just like this, and it's just so fun that you can flip between those two just drastically different beam profiles with the flip of a switch. And as you can see, the run times, not only on the throw but also the flood, like what Kelly said, is fantastic.
Thank you guys so much for checking out this video on the overview of the Marauder 2.
It's awesome that you can have such amazing flood and throw performance coming out of the same flashlight. Typically, it's a compromise. You have to get a big floodlight and a big throw light, but now they are combined. It has this awesome grip going around the body of the light, so it feels really good in the hand. And also the fact that it's a power bank makes it awesome that it can charge your cell phone on the go. This is the ultimate flashlight to have with you in any situation, considering that it has so many different beam profiles, and again, it can charge your phone. So guys, head to olightstore.com today. The link is in the description to check out the Marauder 2, because this is absolutely an investment that you want to have in your kit.
But don't forget, before you guys leave this video, make sure you enter to win the Olight swag pack. There's a patch, a notebook, a coaster, a fridge magnet, and the 2021 Olight calendar. All you guys need to do to enter is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and in the comments below, let us know what you prefer, whether it's flood or throw out of your flashlights.
We really appreciate you guys showing support for this YouTube channel. And if you have any friends that might think these flashlights are cool, please let them know about this too. Again, we have all of our products at our website, olightstore.com, in the description, where you can see all of the technical specs and purchase yours today. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you in the next video here on the Olight World YouTube channel.